Dreams are a fascinating and mysterious part of human experience, often leaving us puzzled and searching for meaning. For God may speak in one way, or in another, yet man does not perceive it. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, while slumbering on their beds. Job chapter 33 verses 14 to 15. Stay tuned as we conclude this exploration with a powerful prayer to help you seek divine guidance in understanding your dreams. In pondering the mysteries of our nightly visions, we find solace and clarity in the divine word. Scripture illuminates our path even through the realms of dreams. Consider the powerful prophecy from Joel chapter 2 verse 28, "And it shall come to pass afterward, that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions." This passage reassures us that dreams are not mere figments of our imagination but a conduit for divine communication. Let us journey through a few key biblical texts that vividly paint this truth. First, we visit Joseph, the dreamer, in Genesis chapter 37. Joseph, favored son of Jacob, dreams of sheaves of grain bowing to his own sheaf and then of the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowing to him. These prophetic dreams foretold his rise to a position of great authority, though they first led him through trials and tribulations, including betrayal by his own brothers. Yet, in the fullness of time, Joseph's dreams came to fruition as he became a powerful leader in Egypt, displaying the divine orchestration at hand. Next, we turn to the book of Daniel. Daniel, a man of unwavering faith, is bestowed with the divine gift of interpreting dreams. In Daniel 2, he interprets King Nebuchadnezzar's dream of a colossal statue with a head of gold, chest and arms of silver, belly and thighs of bronze, legs of iron, and feet partly of iron and clay. This dream signifies the succession of world empires and concludes with the kingdom of God enduring forever. In Daniel 4, he interprets the same king's dream of a great tree, expressing the rise and fall of Nebuchadnezzar himself. Finally, we recount Peter's vision in Acts 10, a vision that shattered the boundaries of early Christian ministry. Peter sees a sheet descending from heaven, filled with all kinds of animals, and hears a voice declaring them clean. This dream signifies the inclusion of Gentiles in God's salvific plan, symbolized by Cornelius, the Roman centurion who receives the Holy Spirit. Through these accounts, we see that dreams and visions are not haphazard occurrences but are divinely ordered revelations carrying profound significance. May we, with open hearts, seek to understand what God conveys to us through our dreams as we navigate our journey of faith. In deciphering the language of dreams as depicted in the Bible, one must recognize that these nocturnal visions were often more than mere flights of fancy. They were profound communications from the divine. Our forebears in the faith knew well that the veil of sleep could just as easily become a gateway to the celestial courts as it could to ordinary rest. From the earliest pages of the Old Testament, we encounter the compelling stories of figures like Joseph, whose dreams were not just personal odysseys but pivotal revelations with far-reaching consequences. Joseph's dreams heralded his rise from a shepherd boy to a ruler in Egypt, signifying the divine orchestration of events for a greater purpose. These dreams, which incited his brother's jealousy and led to his eventual enslavement, were ultimately threads in the grand tapestry of God's providence. Similarly, the enigmatic figure of Daniel stands as a testament to the power of divine dreams. Through Daniel, we see visions that speak of kingdoms rising and falling, divine judgments, and the unfolding of providential plans. The narratives of Nebuchadnezzar's dreams in the book of Daniel, with their mysterious symbols and urgent need for interpretation, highlight the intricate relationship between dreams and divine messages. In these ancient stories, dreams serve as a medium through which God speaks to humankind, revealing both immediate and eschatological truths. As we transition to the New Testament, we continue to see dreams playing a critical role in the divine narrative. Consider the dreams of Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, who was guided through angelic messages in his dreams. These nocturnal revelations directed him to take Mary as his wife, to flee to Egypt to protect the infant Jesus from Herod's wrath, and later to return to Israel. Each of these dreams was a beacon, illuminating the path of God's will in dark times. Furthermore, the dreams and visions granted to characters such as Peter, particularly his vision of a sheep descending from heaven filled with various animals, signify a monumental shift in the early Christian understanding of purity and inclusion. This dream signified the opening of God's grace to the Gentiles, thus broadening the scope of the divine promise. Both testaments underscore a singular truth. Dreams in the biblical context are not mere figments of imagination, but divine dispatches carrying profound prophetic significance. They are threads in the grand narrative that weave together human history with the divine blueprint. Dreams serve as bridges between mortal slumber and divine revelation, a testament to a God who communicates with his creation across the boundaries of time and consciousness. As we navigate our understanding of dreams, we are invited to consider them as more than personal reveries, but as potential whispers from the heavens, calling us to greater awareness and deeper faith. When delving into the historical context of biblical dream narratives, one must embark on a journey back in time, to an era where dreams were woven into the very fabric of existence. Imagine ancient societies, like the Israelites, living in a world where dreams were not relegated to the realm of the subconscious, but rather were seen as a possible conduit for divine communication. This perspective was not unique to Israel but echoed across various ancient cultures, each imbuing dreams with profound significance. In Israel, dreams held a peculiarly sacred status. They were seen as one of the myriad ways through which God could convey his will. This belief is vividly illustrated in the stories of Joseph, Daniel, and others, where dreams often carried messages of destiny, warning, or revelation. The Israelites saw their history as a tapestry of divine interaction, where dreams acted as threads connecting the human to the divine. The cultural context of these dreams is profoundly enriched when we consider the broader ancient Near Eastern milieu in which the Israelites lived. In Mesopotamia, for instance, there existed a long-standing tradition of dream interpretation. The Babylonians had detailed manuals that chronicled various dream symbols and their meanings, all intended to decipher the messages believed to be sent by their gods. These manuals underscore how dreams were meticulously studied and revered across cultures. Similarly, the Egyptians placed significant weight on dreams. They saw them as times when gods communicated important messages to the people directly or hinted at future events. The story of Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dreams is a crucial case in point, highlighting how an Israelite's dream interpretation could link divine wisdom with the practical governance of an entire nation. The understanding and valuing of dreams in these societies were born out of a deep-seated conviction that the divine sought to interact with humanity. They did not perceive dreams merely as illogical nighttime fancies but as purposeful, intentional messages. This mirrored the Israelites' own belief in a God who was intimately involved in the lives of his people, a God who would use dreams as a means of communication. It's also important to note how the historical context influenced the narrative forms of these biblical accounts. In an oral tradition, stories were passed down through generations, capturing the essence of divine encounters and communal beliefs. These stories, once committed to written form, retained their vibrancy and continued to inspire awe and spiritual reflection, reinforcing the belief in a participative divine power. To comprehend the true depth of biblical dream narratives is to understand them not merely as isolated incidents but as manifestations of a broader cultural and historical landscape. Here, dreams transcended the ordinary. They were regarded as vessels for divine messages and reflections of the ever-present interaction between the sacred and the mortal. As we conclude this exploration of historical context, let's open our minds to how these ancient societies perceived dreams. Their reverence and careful documentation serve as powerful reminders that dreams have always been more than mere figments of imagination. They are, and have always been, portals through which the divine whispers to the souls of humankind. In the annals of biblical history, a host of figures emerge whose lives and actions were profoundly shaped by dreams and the interpretations thereof. Among the pantheon of these significant figures stands Joseph, a beacon of divine revelation and providence. Joseph's story is a testament to the unpredictable and transcendent nature of dreams as channels of God's will. His journey begins with his own enigmatic dreams, which he shares with his family, much to their consternation. The dreams, wherein sheaves of grain and celestial bodies bow to him, are dismissed by his brothers and provoke jealousy. Yet, these visions carry the seed of his eventual rise to a position of considerable influence in Egypt. Betrayed and sold into slavery by his own kin, Joseph's path to greatness is tortuous. However, he remains steadfast, and in due course, his gift of dream interpretation earns him the trust of Pharaoh. This allows him to not only save Egypt from famine but also to reconcile with his family, thus transforming personal tribulation into a narrative of redemption and divine justice. David, the shepherd who becomes a king, also experiences the profound impact of dreams, though less directly. As a young boy, he is anointed by the prophet Samuel in a vision revealing his future kingship. Throughout his tumultuous life, marked by evasion, battles, and leadership, David's inspired psalms often reflect a meditative state that can be likened to dreams, shedding light on his intimate relationship with the divine. Daniel, another monumental figure, exemplifies the power of divine visions and dreams in a foreign land. An exile in Babylon, Daniel is bestowed with exceptional wisdom and the ability to interpret dreams, a gift that saves and elevates him. His interpretations of the dreams of Nebuchadnezzar, foretelling the rise and fall of empires, underscore the supremacy of God's plan across nations and ages. Daniel's own visions, such as those detailed in the apocalyptic sections of his book, reveal the unfolding of history and the establishment of God's eternal kingdom, offering both hope and a sobering reminder of divine sovereignty. Others, too, find their narratives intertwined with dreams. Gideon, who is emboldened by a dream and its interpretation. Solomon, whose famed wisdom is granted in a dream. And Jacob, who envisions a ladder to heaven, symbolizing a connection between the divine and mortal realms. These episodes verify that dreams serve as conduits of divine communication, delivering guidance, prophecies, and sometimes, commandments. The tales of these significant biblical figures, intertwined with dreams, reinforce a recurrent theme: the belief that dreams are not mere nocturnal fancies but are imbued with the potential for divine messaging. Whether providing direct revelations or subtle insights, dreams in biblical lore underline a divine omnipresence that actively engages with humanity's course. Through the lens of these stories, we discern a distinct view of dreams as vehicles of God's purpose, imparting wisdom, admonition, and comfort to those chosen to receive them. Now, dear reader, let us delve into the realm of theological concepts, a journey through the metaphysical landscape where the divine intersects with the human. We shall explore the profound idea of divine revelation through dreams and visions, a theme that reverberates with a celestial resonance across the sacred scriptures. To begin with, consider the notion that God, in His infinite wisdom, chooses various channels to communicate with humankind. One such profound medium is through dreams and visions. These nocturnal narratives and visual manifestations serve as a conduit for divine messages, weaving the supernatural into the very fabric of our earthly existence. A pivotal scripture that illuminates this concept is found in the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 17. The Apostle Peter, during his Pentecost sermon, quotes the prophet Joel, saying, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, says God, that I will pour out my Spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your young men shall see visions, your old men shall dream dreams." Here, we witness a divine promise that transcends age and gender, encapsulating all of humanity in this visionary experience. Similarly, the book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 6, offers another testament to this phenomenon. The Lord speaks, "Hear now my words. If there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, make myself known to him in a vision. I speak to him in a dream. These verses underscore the premise that dreams and visions are not mere figments of the imagination, but are indeed sacred revelations, a direct line to the divine. Such revelations are not confined to a singular narrative but are woven throughout the tapestry of biblical history. They serve as pivotal moments, guiding, admonishing, and revealing the divine will to chosen individuals. Consider the dreams of Joseph, whose nocturnal visions not only foretold his destiny but the fate of nations. Or Daniel, whose interpretations of dreams unveiled the mysteries of kingdoms and the unfolding of prophetic timelines. This understanding is further enriched by the interpretations of theologians throughout the ages. Augustine of Hippo, a towering figure in Christian thought, contemplated the nature of dreams as a window through which the eternal intersects with the temporal. He pondered how God, in his omnipotence, could use the subconscious state of dreaming to impart wisdom and insight that the conscious mind might not readily grasp. Similarly, Thomas Aquinas, the esteemed scholastic theologian, offered a nuanced perspective. He saw dreams and visions as auxiliary tools of divine revelation, complementing the more overt, scriptural proclamations. For Aquinas, these nocturnal encounters could serve as both symbolic representations and literal messages, each carrying an inherent theological weight meant to guide the faithful. Thus, within the sacred texts and through the reflections of these theological giants, we discern that dreams and visions are far more than ephemeral experiences. They are, in fact, profound vehicles of divine communication, bearing the weight of celestial wisdom and the imprint of the Almighty. In grasping this concept, we are invited to view our dreams not with mere curiosity, but with heedful reverence. For, within the quiet chambers of our slumber, we might just find the whispers of the divine, gently guiding us towards greater truths and deeper understandings. And so, let us remain ever vigilant, prepared to receive and interpret these celestial missives, that we might navigate our earthly journey under the wise and benevolent guidance of the Almighty. In the annals of theological thought, few figures stand more prominently than Augustine of Hippo and Thomas Aquinas. Their contributions to the understanding of dreams are indispensable, offering enduring insights that have shaped the course of Christian thought. Augustine, an early Christian theologian and philosopher, approached dreams not merely as nocturnal fancies but as potential divine communications. He posited that God could use dreams as a means to guide, warn, or reveal truths to the dreaming individual. Augustine's reflections, particularly in his seminal work, Confessions, reveal a profound recognition that dreams might serve as conduits for divine messages, tailored to elicit a deeper understanding of the divine will. His perspectives significantly influenced how Christians perceived the spiritual significance of their dream experiences. Moving forward to the medieval period, we encounter Thomas Aquinas, whose extensive theological explorations cannot be overlooked. Aquinas integrated Aristotelian philosophy with Christian doctrine, producing a synthesis that illuminated many aspects of the human experience, including dreams. In his magnum opus, the Summa Theologica, Aquinas deliberated on the nature of dreams, attributing to them a role within the divine economy. He argued that dreams might be used by God to reveal hidden truths, provide foresight, or inspire virtuous actions, always stressing that the ultimate source of these dreams is divine rather than purely psychological or physical. Both Augustine and Aquinas have left an enduring legacy on contemporary theology, wherein their interpretations continue to underpin modern Christian thought on dreams. Their theological frameworks offer a lens through which today's believers might discern the significance of their nocturnal visions, encouraging an openness to the possibility that dreams might still serve as vessels of God's ongoing communication with humanity. Thus, from Augustine's heartfelt introspections to Aquinas' systematic expositions, the contributions of these influential theologians provide a profound foundation for understanding dreams within a biblical context. Their insights enable us to appreciate the potential depth and divine origin of our dreamscapes, reaffirming the timeless belief that, even in the quiet moments of the night, the voice of the divine continues to speak. In the vast tapestry of human experience, dreams have ever held a place of mystery and wonder. From the earliest scribes of sacred texts to the theologians of the Middle Ages, the idea that dreams serve as divine messages has pervaded religious thought. My dear reader, allow me to guide you through the traditional views that uphold this fascinating belief, evidencing it with the authority of Scripture. Let us begin by considering the compelling accounts chronicled within the pages of the Bible itself. One cannot overlook the prominence of dreams when recounting the narratives of Joseph, the favored son of Jacob. In the book of Genesis, we find that Joseph's dreams were not mere figments of an imaginative mind, but profound prophecies revealing the destiny of nations. Genesis chapter 37 verses 5 to 11. The very survival of Egypt during a severe famine hinged on the dream interpretations provided by Joseph, underscoring the belief that God communicates through this enigmatic medium. Moreover, the book of Daniel affords us another testament to this traditional view. Daniel, a man of remarkable faith and wisdom, was bestowed with the gift to interpret dreams, revealing divine messages that shaped the course of empires. Daniel chapter 2 verse 19, 424. These stories are not simply relics of the past. They serve as enduring testimonies to the belief that God speaks to his people through dreams. Now, let us delve into the New Testament, where we encounter further affirmations of this divine communication. The Apostle Peter, in his Pentecostal sermon, quotes the prophet Joel, saying, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my Spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams." Acts chapter 2 verse 17. This passage not only harkens back to the prophetic tradition but also reaffirms that dreams are a legitimate and divinely sanctioned method of revelation. The Apostle Paul, likewise, speaks to this truth. In his epistle to the Romans, he notes that the gifts of God's Spirit, including prophecy, are given to build up the church. Romans chapter 12 verse 6. Implicit in this observation is the acknowledgement that dreams, as expressions of prophetic insight, serve a vital role in the spiritual life of the faithful. We must also consider the reflections of esteemed theologians, who have pondered deeply the nature of dreams. Saint Augustine, for instance, viewed dreams as a means by which the human soul becomes attuned to divine will. His writings suggest that in the stillness of slumber, when the distractions of the day fade away, the soul is more receptive to the whispers of the divine. Confessions 10.35. Furthermore, St. Thomas Aquinas, in his seminal work Summa Theologica **, posits that dreams can indeed be instruments of divine revelation. According to Aquinas, God may use dreams to communicate with individuals, offering guidance and insights that correspond with his grand design for humanity. Summa Theologica, Part 1, Question 86. Turning our attention to the present day, the relevance of these views remains undiminished. Many believers continue to report experiences where dreams have offered them guidance, comfort, or caution in times of need. These personal testimonies, while subjective, resonate with the biblical accounts and theological expositions we have considered. In conclusion, the traditional view that dreams can serve as divine messages is firmly rooted in the fabric of biblical revelation and theological reflection. As we navigate the mystifying terrain of our dreams, let us hold fast to this ancient belief, remaining ever open to the possibility that God, in his infinite wisdom, may choose to speak to us when the night falls and our eyes are closed in sleep. Now, let us turn our attention to the intriguing landscape of challenges to traditional views on dreams as divine messages. This exploration dives into the depths of differing theological perspectives that question such age-old beliefs. One would expect, especially in this age of reason, that not all scholars unanimously bend the knee to the notion of dreams being direct missives from the celestial realms. Picture, if you will, a landscape dotted with intellectual giants, each standing firm on their philosophical peaks, arguing various interpretations around the divine nature of dreams. In this arena of scholarly debate, the primary battleground morphs into one of profound inquiry rather than mere rejection. There are luminaries among theological scholars who assert that dreams, though undoubtedly mysterious, should not be presupposed as divine communications without clear and unequivocal evidence. These thinkers champion a more cautious approach, wary of over-spiritualizing what could be mere products of the subconscious mind. They argue that our minds, while we sleep, are fertile grounds for complex narratives shaped by our daily experiences rather than external divine intervention. One notable voice in this conversation is the Venerable Thomas Hobbes, whose rationalist approach casts a long shadow over mystical interpretations. Hobbes, with his penetrating intellect, suggested that dreams are no more than echoes of our waking thoughts, devoid of divine fingerprints. He saw them as internal processes, reflections of our innermost fears, hopes, and thoughts, rather than celestial whispers. Furthermore, the modern psychological school, led by figures like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, provided fertile ground for the secular interpretation of dreams. Freud famously posited that dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, laden with symbols that reflect our deepest desires and anxieties. Jung, though acknowledging a kind of collective unconscious, steered clear of ascribing direct divine authorship to dreams. This psychological lens has provided robust frameworks that some theologians find compelling enough to reconsider traditional views. Another sphere of scholarly debate revolves around the historical critical method, which questions the historical authenticity of certain biblical narratives. Some proponents of this method argue that the dream accounts in the Bible may reflect the cultural and literary contexts of the times rather than literal divine communications. They assert that understanding these texts requires careful analysis of the socio-historical backdrop, which often reveals a rich tapestry of myth, metaphor, and moral teaching rather than straightforward divine dictation. There are also theological voices within the fold of Christianity itself who suggest that dreams, while undoubtedly significant, should be interpreted with discernment and humility. These scholars emphasize the dangers of assuming divine origin, warning against the potential for misinterpretation and over-reliance on subjective experiences as definitive divine guidance. In conclusion, the chorus of dissenting voices serves as a vibrant testament to the richness of theological inquiry. While traditional views hold a revered place, the questioning minds remind us of the importance of balance, holding faith in one hand and reason in the other. This dynamic tension enriches our understanding, urging us towards a deeper, more nuanced engagement with the mysterious realm of dreams. The domain of dreams is one that has fascinated humanity across the eons, a realm where the visible and invisible intermingle, where the mundane can transform into the mystical. Within the biblical tradition, dreams are often viewed as divine messages, windows through which God's guidance is revealed to humankind. This perspective finds parallels in various ancient mythologies and major world religions, each with its own unique tapestry of interpretation and significance. In ancient mythologies, particularly those of Egypt, Greece, and Mesopotamia, dreams were often considered a medium through which the gods communicated with mortals. For instance, the Egyptians believed that dreams were a way of receiving messages from the gods or the spirits of the dead. The Greeks, as chronicled by Homer and other classical writers, saw dreams as gifts from the gods, with the gods themselves sometimes entering the dreams of men to provide guidance or warnings. Similarly, the Mesopotamians had an extensive tradition of dream interpretation, elaborated in texts such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, where dreams could be prophetic and reveal future events. When we examine the biblical accounts, we find a striking similarity in the depiction of dreams as prophetic. Joseph's dreams in the book of Genesis and Daniel's visions in the book of Daniel are prime examples where dreams act as a conduit for divine revelation, foretelling future occurrences or conveying God's will. Such narratives underscore the belief that dreams are not merely products of the subconscious mind but are imbued with significant spiritual import, serving as God's medium to communicate with His chosen individuals. However, the biblical perspective also introduces a uniquely monotheistic viewpoint. Unlike the polytheistic traditions of Greece, Egypt, or Mesopotamia, where multiple gods could communicate through dreams, the Bible stresses that all true prophetic dreams come solely from the one true God. This monotheistic framework reinforces the idea of a singular divine source of truth, a unified thread of divine revelation running through the tapestry of human experience. The convergence and divergence of dream interpretations can also be observed in the context of other major world religions. Hinduism, for example, holds that dreams can be influenced by the divine as well as by past karma and the spirits of ancestors. The Buddhist tradition, while recognizing dreams as potentially significant, often views them through the lens of enlightenment and self-realization, emphasizing the transient nature of all worldly phenomena, including dreams. Meanwhile, in the Islamic tradition, dreams are divided into three categories: true dreams, which are considered messages from Allah, dreams from one's own self or subconscious, and false dreams, influenced by Shaitan, Satan. True dreams are often held in high esteem and can be a source of personal and communal guidance. The Prophet Muhammad himself is reported to have placed great importance on the truthful dreams of believers. Comparing these rich traditions highlights the universality and particularity of dream perceptions across cultures. While there is a shared belief in the potential of dreams to reveal higher truths and provide guidance, the interpretations and significances assigned to these dreams vary according to religious doctrines and cultural contexts. Within this mosaic of religious and cultural beliefs, the biblical tradition stands distinct in its assertion of a singular divine source of all meaningful dreams and its overarching narrative of God's active engagement in the lives of his followers through this medium. Dreams in the Bible are not just significant, they are sacred, imbued with divine authority and purpose, and meant to draw the dreamer closer to understanding and fulfilling God's will. In summation, while the phenomenon of dreams acts as a bridge between the divine and the mortal across various religious traditions, the biblical view frames this bridge within the context of monotheism, underscoring the special relationship between God and his people. Dreams, therefore, are a testament to this ongoing divine-human dialogue, a mysterious yet profound aspect of spiritual life that continues to intrigue and inspire believers to this day. In our journey through the ages, we often stumble upon relics and artifacts that whisper the secrets of ancient civilizations. These historical remnants not only tell us about the daily lives of those who came before us but often shine a light on the spiritual and mystical realms they navigated. Among such treasures are those that reveal the significance of dreams in antiquity. One particularly illuminating artifact is the dream stele of Thutmose IV, which transports us back to the sands of ancient Egypt. This stele, standing as a testament to dreams' profound impact on human destinies, recounts a fascinating tale. It tells of a young prince, Thutmose, who, while sleeping in the shadow of the Great Sphinx, dreamt of the mighty Sphinx speaking to him. In this dream, the Sphinx promised Thutmose that he would become pharaoh if he cleared away the desert sands enveloping the monument. Compelled by this divine vision, Thutmose heeded the dream's call, ultimately ascending to the throne of Egypt. This story, etched in stone, underscores the weight that ancient Egyptians placed on dreams as sources of divine guidance and legitimation of power. Such discoveries are more than mere historical curiosities. They serve as bridges connecting us to the spiritual lives of our ancestors. The dream stele, for instance, mirrors the biblical understanding of dreams as messengers of divine will. Just as Joseph's dreams in Genesis foretold his rise to power and Daniel's interpretations in the book of Daniel revealed divine plans and mysteries, so too did Thutmose's dreams shape his destiny. This confluence of dream interpretation across cultures suggests a universal recognition of dreams as windows into the divine or subconscious. Another point of discovery comes from the thousands of clay tablets unearthed in the ancient city of Mari, located in what we now call Syria. These tablets, inscribed with cuneiform script, document royal correspondences, economic transactions, and, intriguingly, dreams and their interpretations. One such tablet provides the record of a dream seen by Zimri Lim, the king of Mari, where his god Dagon appeared, offering guidance on state and personal matters. These dream records from Mesopotamia echo the biblical accounts, where dreams frequently convey divine messages to key figures, offering guidance, warnings, and prophecies. Upon examining these archaeological finds, scholars and theologians gain a richer understanding of how ancient peoples perceived and valued dreams. They provide a tangible context to the biblical narratives, illustrating that the belief in dreams as vessels of divine communication was not an isolated phenomenon but a common thread woven through the tapestry of human history. Moreover, these artifacts challenge us to reconsider our modern perspectives on dreams. In an age where scientific rationalism often sidelines the mystical, the Dream Stele and the Mari tablets remind us of the deep-rooted human tradition of seeking meaning beyond the tangible world. They invite us to ponder the mysteries that dreams have always enshrined, recognizing them as ancient yet timeless elements of the human experience. In conclusion, the archaeological discoveries regarding ancient dream interpretation, exemplified by the Dream Stele of Thutmose IV and the Mari tablets, enrich our comprehension of biblical texts and the perennial human quest for divine guidance through dreams. They affirm that throughout time and across cultures, dreams have been regarded as sacred conduits through which the divine communicates with humanity, shaping destinies and altering the course of history. As we reflect on these discoveries, we are reminded of the profound mystery of dreams and their enduring power to connect us to the spiritual realm. In our journey through interpreting dreams as guided by the Bible, we now arrive at a particularly engaging and intellectually stimulating segment: academic debates. This discussion focuses on how archaeological discoveries can both affirm and challenge traditional biblical interpretations, introducing a range of academic viewpoints and ongoing debates. Let us first consider the landscape of archaeological discoveries. Throughout history and continuing into the present day, archaeologists have unearthed numerous artifacts, ancient texts, and relics that provide glimpses into the past. These findings illuminate the cultures, customs, and belief systems of ancient peoples, including those who lived during biblical times. For instance, we find the Dream Stele of Thutmose IV, an artifact dating back to ancient Egypt, which tells a story of divine communication through dreams. Such discoveries echo the biblical narratives wherein dreams serve as communication from God, affirming the significance and historical context of these divine encounters. However, academic debates are far from monolithic. While many scholars embrace these discoveries as corroborative evidence for biblical accounts, others exercise a more skeptical approach. They question the interpretation of these findings and how they align with or diverge from the traditional understanding of biblical texts. It is this tension between affirmation and skepticism that fuels the vibrant academic discourse on the subject. For example, some scholars argue that the existence of similar dream narratives across ancient Near Eastern cultures suggests a common tradition of using dreams as a means of divine communication. They posit that the biblical accounts of dreams are part of a broader cultural and historical context, which can enhance our understanding of their original intent and significance. On the other hand, critics of this perspective suggest that the similarities between biblical dream narratives and those of other cultures may imply the incorporation of non-Israelite traditions into the Bible. These scholars often stress the need for critical examination and caution against taking every archaeological find at face value. The academic community is rife with differing opinions and ongoing debates. Some theologians and archaeologists advocate for a reading of biblical texts that considers archaeological evidence as supplementary, while others call for a re-evaluation of long-held interpretations in light of new findings. These scholarly exchanges are essential for deepening our understanding and ensuring that interpretations remain robust and well-founded. Yet, amidst these debates, one should not lose sight of the personal and spiritual implications of dreams. Regardless of the academic stance one might take, the potential for dreams to convey profound messages, inspire moral reflection, and provide spiritual guidance remains a common thread. This perspective reminds us that academic debates, while crucial, are just one facet of the wider tapestry of understanding our dreams according to the Bible. As we traverse these scholarly discussions, let us hold fast to a spirit of open-minded inquiry, appreciating the contributions of both archaeology and theology. May we remain humble in our pursuit of knowledge, ever aware that our ultimate goal is to seek truth and understanding in a manner that enriches our faith and illuminates the mysteries of divine communication. In summary, the intersection of archaeological discoveries and biblical dream interpretations offers a rich field of study filled with affirmations and challenges alike. Through engaging with different academic viewpoints and ongoing debates, we gain deeper insights and a more nuanced appreciation of the divine messages woven throughout biblical history. And so, we conclude our foray into this labyrinthine yet fascinating topic of academic debates, ever mindful of the interplay between faith, evidence, and scholarly inquiry. Let us journey together into the realm of the extraordinary, where the natural world intersects with the divine through the miraculous phenomenon of dreams. Throughout history, dreams have served as a bridge between the temporal and the eternal, often revealing to us mysteries that transcend human understanding. Among the myriad of accounts, we find numerous examples of remarkable events and unexplained phenomena that defy conventional explanation. Take, for instance, the biblical story of Jacob's ladder in Genesis chapter 28 verses 12 to 13. As Jacob dreamt, he saw a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, with angels ascending and descending upon it. This vision was not merely an idle fancy but a profound revelation of God's presence and promise to Jacob and his descendants. Such dreams are woven through the tapestry of biblical narratives, serving as vessels for divine communication. Similarly, the book of Daniel recounts astonishing revelations given to the prophet through dreams. In Daniel 2, we encounter King Nebuchadnezzar's perplexing dream, which only Daniel could interpret. The dream of a colossal statue, representing successive world empires, was a prophetic glimpse into the unfolding of human history. Daniel's ability to decipher this mystery underscores the belief that dreams can hold divine insights, fundamentally altering the course of events. Moving beyond biblical times, we find stories from various cultures and epics that recount the miraculous impact of dreams. Saint Augustine, in his Confessions, speaks of his mother's dream that foretold his eventual conversion to Christianity. This dream provided her with unwavering hope, despite Augustine's resistance to the faith at the time. Such experiences remind us that dreams can be catalysts for profound spiritual transformation. The enigmatic nature of dreams has also piqued the interest of modern science. Researchers have delved into the workings of the sleeping mind, uncovering intriguing insights into the physiological and psychological mechanisms behind dreaming. Studies in the field of neuroscience have shown that the brain remains highly active during sleep, particularly in the rapid eye movement (REM) phase, where most vivid dreaming occurs. This stage is marked by increased brain activity, resembling wakefulness, and is thought to be crucial for emotional processing and memory consolidation. Yet, despite the advances in scientific understanding, the spiritual dimension of dreams remains profound and mysterious. Dreams often carry symbolic meanings that resonate deeply with our inner lives. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, believed that dreams offer a window into the unconscious mind, reflecting our deepest fears, desires, and spiritual yearnings. Jung's concept of archetypes suggests that certain dream symbols are universal, tapping into a collective unconscious shared by humanity. In exploring the theological implications of dreams, we find a rich tapestry of interpretations. Many theologians assert that God can and does use dreams to communicate with us, guiding, warning, and inspiring His people. They argue that dreams, when discerned with wisdom and prayer, can serve as a conduit for divine revelation. Yet, it is essential to approach the interpretation of dreams with humility and discernment. Not every dream carries a profound message. Some may be the products of our subconscious mind processing daily experiences. Therefore, seeking spiritual guidance and aligning dream interpretations with biblical truths are vital steps in understanding their significance. In conclusion, The realm of dreams is a fascinating and multifaceted domain where the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural blur. From the miraculous events documented in sacred texts to the scientific exploration of the dreaming mind, we are reminded that dreams hold a special place in human experience. Whether viewed through the lens of faith or science, dreams continue to intrigue, inspire, and challenge us, inviting us to explore the mysteries of our inner world and the divine messages that may lie within. In the grand tapestry of our existence, dreams appear as ephemeral threads, often dismissed as mere figments of the night. Yet, within the strange and wondrous realm of dreams, we find mysteries that can shape both personal faith and collective religious practice. To understand the impact of dreams on faith, we must first recognize the profound role they play in our spiritual lives. For many, dreams are not mere illusions, but sacred encounters, tender whispers of the divine. It is within the quiet solitude of sleep that the barriers between the earthly and the celestial seem to blur. How often do we hear stories of individuals whose dreams have transformed their spiritual journey? These accounts, both ancient and modern, weave a consistent narrative. Dreams possess the power to illuminate our path, to whisper truths that our conscious minds may overlook. Consider the tale of a man lost in the shadows of despair, his nights filled with restless turmoil. One night, he dreams of a serene, radiant figure, whose presence brings an overwhelming sense of peace. Upon waking, the man feels an inexplicable shift within his soul, a newfound clarity and strength. He interprets this dream as a divine encounter, a sign of hope and renewal. Such personal revelations through dreams often lead to profound transformations in faith, fostering a deeper connection with the divine. Dreams wield a similar influence on collective religious practices. Throughout history, entire communities have been shaped by the dreams of their leaders and prophets. These dreamers, through their nocturnal visions, have guided their people, offering divine wisdom and direction. One only needs to look at the stories of figures like Joseph or Daniel in the Bible, whose dreams were not just for themselves, but carried messages meant to steer the courses of nations and faiths. In contemporary times, the influence of dreams remains undiminished. Across the globe, countless individuals recount visions that have steered their actions, inspired movements, and reinforced communal bonds. Modern testimonies abound, from the mother who dreams of her child's safety, only to awaken and avert a crisis, to the spiritual leader who dreams of building a sanctuary, rallying his community in faith and purpose. These contemporary accounts serve as living testaments to the enduring power of dreams. They remind us that, regardless of time and place, the divine continues to speak through the language of dreams. Each testimony is a fragment of a larger, sacred narrative, a reminder that we are part of something greater, something divine. As we ponder these tales, let us be mindful of the dream world not just as an escape but as a bridge to deeper truths. May we listen attentively to our dreams, cherishing them as gifts from the divine, offering guidance and illumination on our spiritual journeys. For, in the quiet whispers of the night, we may find the answers we seek, the inspiration we yearn for, and the faith that sustains us. Throughout the annals of human history, the arts have served as a mirror reflecting the deeper stirrings of the soul, and nowhere is this more poignantly true than in the representations of biblical dreams. From the frescoes adorning the chapels of Renaissance Europe to the subtle nods in modern-day film, the dreams recorded in the scriptures have inspired countless generations of artists, writers, and creators to explore the mystical, the divine, and the prophetic. Indeed, the imaginations of painters like Rembrandt, who brought to life the anguish and divine assurance in Joseph's dreams, illustrate how these nocturnal visions can transcend mere storytelling, conveying profound spiritual truths and existential questions. Their brushstrokes, imbued with luminous light and shadow, beckon us into a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where dreams act as conduits of divine will and mysterious fate. In literature, we see this enduring fascination in works ranging from John Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Progress to more contemporary novels like The Road, by Cormac McCarthy. These stories weave dreams into their narratives to highlight moral and spiritual epiphanies, creating a tapestry where the symbolic and the literal meet. Bunyan's allegory is replete with dreamlike sequences that reveal inner truths and guide the soul on its journey towards redemption, while McCarthy's stark landscapes use dreams to explore hope amidst desolation. The medium of film, too, has embraced these timeless biblical themes, offering vivid depictions that resonate with modern audiences. Films like The Prince of Egypt evoke the grandeur of Pharaoh's dreams and their fateful interpretations, employing animation and music to capture the awe and gravity of divine revelation. Such cinematic portrayals bring to the fore the universal questions that biblical dreams often address: destiny, morality, and the human condition's intersection with the divine. Even in contemporary media, the symbolic significance of biblical dreams persists, with television series and online platforms exploring these themes in new and engaging ways. Shows like The Chosen offer fresh perspectives on ancient stories, portraying the human experiences of biblical figures with a depth that invites viewers to reflect on their own encounters with the divine, both waking and sleeping. It is through these varied cultural representations that the dreams of Jacob, Daniel, and Joseph, among others, continue to speak to us, centuries after they were first committed to parchment. Each artistic endeavor seeks not merely to retell a story, but to delve into the deeper meanings, the spiritual undercurrents that flow beneath the surface of these divine communications. Thus, as we step into the art galleries, leaf through the pages of classic literature, or immerse ourselves in the absorbing visuals of a film, we are invited to ponder the same questions that these biblical dreams evoke. What is the nature of divine communication? How do these dreams guide the faithful? And what wisdom might they still hold for us in our contemporary world? In essence, these artistic and literary portrayals form a bridge between the ancient and the modern, reminding us that the ethereal nature of dreams and their divine messages remain a source of inspiration and reflection. Their power lies not only in their historical or theological contexts but in their ability to transcend time, speaking to the enduring and universal truths of the human experience. Friends, as we draw to the conclusion of our exploration into how to interpret your dreams according to the Bible, let us revisit the crucial points we've uncovered together. First, we've seen that dreams, from ancient times to the present day, remain a profound and mysterious vehicle for divine communication, with numerous examples found in both the Old and New Testaments. Secondly, we've delved into stories of key biblical figures such as Joseph, Daniel, and David, who received divine messages through their dreams, altering the course of their lives and, indeed, history itself. Thirdly, our journey has brought us face to face with the theological concept of dreams as revelations, supported by verses like Acts chapter 2 verse 17 and interpretations from influential theologians such as Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Furthermore, we've examined both the traditional views that uphold dreams as divine messages and the scholarly debates that challenge these perspectives. This dual approach has broadened our understanding and deepened our appreciation for the complexities involved. We've also considered the rich tapestry of comparative religious beliefs, noting how the biblical viewpoint on dreams intertwines with and diverges from other ancient and modern spiritual traditions. Moreover, the discussion extended into the realm of archaeology, where important discoveries like the dream stele of Thutmose IV shed light on the ancient practice of dream interpretation, affirming and occasionally challenging our biblical insights. To round out our investigation, we reflected on the impact of dreams on personal faith and collective religious practices, recognizing how they continue to shape our spiritual journey today. Now, as we close this chapter, let's not forget the cultural representations of biblical dreams. From art to literature to contemporary media, these depictions continue to inspire and resonate with the inherent human desire to understand the divine. As you ponder these themes and how they might pertain to your own experiences, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We welcome your feedback and suggestions for future topics, as together we seek to unravel the mysteries of the divine, one dream at a time. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. O Lord, our God, Creator of the heavens and earth, we come before you with hearts open to your divine wisdom and guidance. Just as you have spoken to your servants in dreams and visions throughout history, we seek your voice in our dreams today. Grant us the discernment to understand and interpret the dreams you send us, that we may walk faithfully in your will. Help us to recognize the messages meant for us and to apply them in ways that glorify you and strengthen our faith. We ask for protection as we sleep and openness to your Spirit, that our dreams may be filled with your divine presence and guidance. May our dreams be a source of comfort, direction, and revelation, drawing us closer to you. We pray this in the name of Jesus Christ, who taught us to seek your kingdom and listen for your voice in all things. Amen.